In this video, I built a shulker farm in hardcore Minecraft. And now I have unlimited shulker boxes. And this farm is super interesting. By the way, we're getting close to 4 million subscribers. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to help me reach this goal. You can always change your mind later on. Anyway, enjoy the video. All right, maybe I wasn't clear enough in the last episode, but you guys are right. Nobody needs a sugarcane farm this big. But it's not completely useless. The whole reason I built it here next to my villages is because there's actually a couple of villages I can use, well, paper to trade with. And you'd be surprised how quickly you can go through these stacks of paper. So it's not pointless, I swear. Speaking of farms, today we're actually going to be building another farm, which is so cool. I recently found out that shulker farms are a thing and you can farm shulker shells. You're telling me I can make a farm to farm all these helpful little storage units that I can conveniently carry around? I mean, yes, please. All right, there's a lot of blocks I'm going to need for this build. Hopefully I don't have to do too much collecting though. One of the things I do need is a lot of obsidian. Fortunately, I have a lot of obsidian. Jeez, I'm rich. There were a ton of random little materials I needed for this farm. Redstone bits, different blocks, rails. So enjoy watching me go on this little scavenger hunt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, fortunately, I'm not after any powdered snow today, just regular snow. Oh, this is my silk touch. Alright, I need a banner for this farm, so why not use our villagers for something useful for once? Wait. I thought you guys sold banners. Do you sell? You sell the banners. Okay, what color banner do I want? It's a shulker farm, so let's pick up a magenta banner for the purple shell. Funnily enough, I do need some chains for this build, so I'll pick up those. All right, bit of an odd one, but I need 1 bucket of lava for this farm. And another thing I need, which thank God I have, is some wither roses. I don't think I need 54 though. I think I only need like 6. After collecting all the little bits and pieces I needed, all I had left to collect was a lot of glass. Now, something I thought would be very cool is if I dyed all this glass purple because, you know, it's a shulker farm. Oh yeah, this just looks so much cooler. By the way, for every episode of Hardcore Minecraft, I plant another 200 melons to this melon farm. So if you want to see this melon farm slowly consume my entire world, make sure to subscribe. All right, and now I actually have every single block I'm gonna need to build this farm. It's time for me to go off and pick the exact spot where I'm gonna build this. And I'm gonna be building it out here, which will make sense in a moment, and maybe even you know why. Oh, this is a lot of bees. Oh, that might be a problem. Do I try and kill all the bees? I need to get rid of these bees in my world at some point. I'm just scared to hit them because I might get overpowered and die. They're not mad at me so far. And thus began the war between me and the bees. These bees are really bugged. Usually if you hit any of these guys, they're meant to all turn on you. But look, I can whack them as much as I want. This is just such a ridiculous amount of bees. Oh, there we go. Now they're mad. Okay, wait. Now they're mad. Okay, go underwater. Bees can't swim. Haha, idiots. You can't get me down here. Oh no, they're angry. It looks like some of these guys are still chill with me. Whack. 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 I spent a long time trying to eradicate all the bees, and these things really were everywhere. And before you get mad at me, all these bees were a result of a glitch a while ago, so they really shouldn't be here. Get it? Why are my bees everywhere? Was I away from home for too long or something? What the hell is this? Why? Wait, why? Right, and I actually think the perfect spot to build this farm is going to be right here. So I just got to start off by building this a little bit up. And I'm going to start by making this weird glass shape to begin with. All right, next I got to add some buttons in some weird locations. Need to add a single piece of string here and a banner right there. In front of the banner, I need to place a trapdoor. And now that I've created this little section here, what I can do is put some lava right here, and we place another trapdoor like so. And then I need to place a lever up here. Okay, that's all looking perfect so far. Now I just need to cover over the sides of this with some more glass. Okay, now we're nearly done with this part of the farm. One of the last things I got to do is make some snow golems for this little pit here. Now the tutorial says you can do 5 to 10, so I'm just gonna do 10 and hope there's no repercussions to that. And now before we move on to our next step, what I actually need to do is cover the entire surface area of this block with some buttons. Now this might not look like much yet, but this is actually the most important part of this entire farm. This part is to house our shulker, and with all the buttons it leaves only one place for the shulker to go when I bring it over. Now speaking of that shulker, now when I was doing the research for this video, there were actually quite a few different shulker farms, but the reason I decided to go with this one in particular is because it only needed one shulker. And well, what do you know? I've actually already got a shulker in my world right here. And that saves me the hassle of having to go back to the end and trying to find another one of these guys. So although in a way it's kind of like destroying a piece of history, I'm gonna move this guy from here and give him a new home in this shulker farm over here. If this bit somehow goes wrong, it's going to be horrible because it's going to mean I'm going to have to go all the way back and get a brand new shulker. But let's just hope that doesn't happen. If I break that block, put a rail, and push a minecart. Yes. Okay, it's off. All right, go, dude. All right, please keep going. I hope that works. All right, now we just have to wait around for this guy to teleport from there into there. Given I've done everything right. Please, I'm getting anxious. Come on. I know you can do it. Is there definitely a button beneath this guy? I hope I didn't stuff up. Is there a button under there, buddy? You gonna teleport anytime soon? Oh god. Oh, okay, that's perfect. That's exactly where that dude is supposed to be. I think we just did it. I think we just successfully moved our shulker into this farm. And then I just had a bunch of rails and buttons to clean up, but now I had the shulker secure and I had built the most important part of this farm. And all there was left to do was to build the rest of it. All right, now that we've only got buttons on the middle row of blocks here, we can actually start building the majority of the farm now. All right, so now I need to go directly beneath this shulker. And now I need to build some pretty large like panels and walls out of glass. All right, so now that should mark out a 17 by 17 square, and we need to fill in this entire area with our glass. Now the farm is still far from being over because we still need to build another 4 full glass walls. Need to space them out like so. And now in each of these spots where I have placed a glass block, I need to build another wall. So you can see there's a 3-block gap between these walls. And in the middle of this 3-block gap, I need to build a nether portal that is just 1 block wider than all the glass surrounding it. So I am now in fact done building this farm in the overworld at least. All I gotta do now is grab a flint and steel. I need to light up all 4 of these portals. And Piglin's already coming through. And now before I go through these and like create a portal in the nether, what I'm actually going to do is mark down the coordinates of these blocks directly under our shulker. I need the portals in the overworld to match up with a portal on the nether ceiling. And if I don't build it up here first, well, it's just going to cause all sorts of problems. If you didn't know, you can divide the coordinates from the overworld by 8 to find the equivalent spot in the nether. So I found that and I built up 20 or so blocks and made my portal. And right now, this is the ultimate test to make sure I did everything right. I need to go through and hopefully this links back to our shulker farm. Yes. So now I'm finished building everything in the overworld. And you may be thinking, how does this farm even work? Well, don't be silly because I've still got some building to do in the nether. Alright, now I need to run some top slabs down here. And now I just make a complete loop, looping this around like so. Alright, and now from here, I actually need to do some complicated stuff. Now I need to do a whole loop of powered rails. Alright, now in order to power these rails without leaving any spots for shulkers to move onto, we put some levers underneath here, and that powers this entire track now. So that is now all good. Alright, now we start making a bit of a collection system with a chest, a hopper, and some chains going into this temporary block. Now on top of that, we need to place a hopper minecart. Be careful not to push it. And now I need to trap this minecart in a dirt block. And then I believe I can just put a chain into it like that. Now on this dirt, I can place myself a wither rose. And then everywhere surrounding this rose, just need to put some glass panes. And apparently, I'm all done now. All right, now just to cover this nether portal over with some trapdoors. Okay, well, this is a little annoying. All right, now hopefully this portal should link us to that secondary portal we just built. Yes. Okay, so this gives us a quick way to get to this farm without having to go through the actual portals in the farm. And it's also a secondary way to get shulkers from this farm back into the overworld, which I'll show you in a bit. All right, now the last thing I got to do here is get started with a couple minecarts. Now this bit's kind of dumb, but since you need to limit any blocks for shulkers to like land on, you need to build a chest system that goes down really low in order for you to reach it here at the bottom. So this is kind of a waste of chests and hoppers. I guess theoretically I could maybe fill all these up, but it's not likely. Now officially I am done with the Shulker Farm in the nether and the overworld. Now I just have to head back, turn the farm on, and we should be able to farm up shulker shells in hardcore Minecraft. All right, I'm anxious. If I built even a single thing wrong, this might go wrong, but let's just do it. Yes, okay, that is perfect. So I don't know how this works, but when shulkers are damaged at a certain level, there's a chance they will teleport, like split and duplicate themselves. But as you can see, as I stare at this farm, you'll see like shulkers start teleporting off from this guy. It's hard to catch it, but you just saw it. It went across there. Since they can only spawn on the faces of this glass, they then are forced to go through the portal. As they get forced out of this portal, the only place they can go is on these underblocks. These minecarts will spin around, pick them up, send them over to the wither rose. They'll get dropped off there, I think. A super cool farm. It looks like in order for it to work, I need an AFK in the overworld though, not in the nether. But also there's some spare spots over here for shulkers to spawn as well. And that's intentional by the farm's design. As you can see, I put this railway leading into that portal earlier. That way, if the shulker in my farm dies, or if I ever need a shulker for anything else, I can then just run a minecart across here and pick these guys up and get them into the overworld. Nice and easy. Never even have to go back to the end. Now, of course, I didn't design this farm myself, so now feels like a good time to mention, if you want to build this farm in your own Minecraft world, I've left a link to the tutorial I used in the description. All right, but there's one last optional part of this build that you can add, and I may as well build it. If I head over here, you may or may not remember the 100 or more turtles I have. I just need a single turtle egg from you guys. This optional part of the build is just a way to kill the pigmen that come through these giant portals, since you may not want them roaming around your world, and it's really simple to build. But now I'm actually done with the farm, and it's time to test out just how good it is. It's time for the 1 hour AFK test. 1 hour is now up. And I mean, first thing to check, let's see how much gold we managed to get from... Oh, okay. But I'm excited to see how many shulker shells I managed to get in the last hour. I'll probably never even have to use this farm ever again after this. All right, so 1 whole hour of AFKing in this shulker farm. Whoa. Okay, so we have to remember I started with 84, so I got 377 shulker shells in the last hour. So that's literally enough to make 3.5 stacks of shulker boxes. And why not finish off the video by crafting just way too many shulker boxes? It's the right thing to do. So now I just need to craft just so many chests, and now we craft a lot of shulker boxes. Why did I think they would stack? So now I have a full double chest of shulker boxes. That's kind of ridiculous. And I mean, keep an eye out for some big projects in the future, because these things are definitely going to come in handy for that. And that's how I built a shulker farm in hardcore Minecraft. Make sure to let me know what farm I should make next. And don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.